Do you like egg rolls? But you really get tired of what's in them? Bean sprouts, cabbage, shrimp, pork, and you would like to try something else? Well, maybe you would like to try this creation. Many years ago, we went to this little restaurant that was called Egg Roll Fantasy in Cupertino on De Anza Boulevard. And at that restaurant, they had egg rolls filled with everything you can imagine. Pizza, pepperoni, fruit, vegetables, you name it, it was in it. Well, they had this one egg roll there that my husband, Dave, and Melissa, my daughter, absolutely loved. And it was a cheeseburger egg roll. Well, now I am going to try to recreate the cheeseburger egg roll from the Egg Roll Fantasy many years ago. So this is how we're going to start. First, we're going to start off with 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and we're going to brown it and add salt, pepper, garlic powder, celery salt. Let me see, what else did we use? Seasoned salt, and brown it. Once that's done, then you take onion and chop it, not finely, so you want to see the pieces of onion in there. And you put that in at the very last minute and you turn it off. Then you let it sit and cool. And now it's cooled down, so we're going to be able to go on to our next step. And our next step is, let's move across the kitchen so we can show you what the next step is going to be. Let me see. We're going across the kitchen now because we're going to attempt to set up over on the other side without dropping the camera. Sorry you can't see me right now because I'm behind the scenes trying to set up a camera on top of a Carl's Jr. cup balanced on top of a colander. Okay, so now we're going to do the next step, which the next step is going to be, I can't tell if I'm in the picture or not. No, I think I got more of the kitchen sink than I do anything else. Okay, so the next step is going to be put your hamburger, your ground beef, in a bowl. And in the bowl, you're going to add Thousand Island dressing, French's mustard, and I also added Trader Joe's whole grain Dijon mustard. Okay. Now in this, I just put some in until it looked like it was okay, and I tasted it, and it has a very nice flavor. So you don't want it too much mustard, but you want enough to where you know you have a burger. So then the Thousand Island dressing was for the mayonnaise and the pickle flavoring of your burger. Then I added Italian-styled 6 cheese blend, and I put it in the bowl, and then I mixed it all together, and you get this consistency. And you want it to where it stays together, where the cheese is bound into the meat and the sauce. Okay? Then you take an egg roll wrapper. Whoops, I don't know where we're at with the camera because I'm behind and front and everything. So you take the egg roll wrapper and you put it on a plate, and in the center of your egg roll you put a nice little pile of your cheeseburger filling. Then you take and pull up the first corner and pull it back in to make it tight, make it like a little log. Then you take and tuck this in and fold up this corner. Okay? Then you do the same on the other side. You pinch it down, you tuck it in, and you fold it up. And then, because I'm not a real egg roll maker, I have taken water to seal my seams down so I know it's not going to fall apart in 2 seconds. Now I've got my nice little envelope. Then I took and I folded and I just rolled up. You have to make sure, this is a step you don't forget, is to wet the part of the wrapper you want to seal. And then once you do that, you have, I don't know why I keep holding up the plate, you have a nice little egg roll. You place it, make sure it's seamed, make sure it's sealed, so you add a little bit more water to it. Then you place it on, I'm using a Teflon sticky cookie sheet, so my egg rolls don't stick, I hope, which they shouldn't. And then when it gets closer to dinner time, don't do this ahead of time. You can make your egg rolls ahead of time, but don't cook them. Don't cook them, because they won't be any good if you cook them ahead of time. Then you take and you can just put them on the stove. I'll set them in the oven so nothing happens to them. And then when you're ready for them, you heat up your oil and put them in the oil. And according to my egg roll wrapper, let me not drop my egg rolls on the floor. According to my egg roll wrapper, I want to deep fry by putting it in and gently turning it occasionally until golden brown, and it should take 2 to 3 minutes. And you're going to drain them on a paper towel and serve them warm with mustard and ketchup if you'd like, or with sweet and sour. Well, in this case, we'll probably have it with mustard and ketchup. Anyway, that's how I am making egg rolls for my egg roll recreation fantasy for my husband. And I hope he also enjoys this movie, because I tried to make a funky little movie to go along with this, so we can put it on YouTube. So Melissa, you can figure out now how to make egg rolls and have cheeseburger egg rolls with Rod. Okay? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Love you, and I will see you at dinner time. Bye.